Yo, hot off the press, hot off the press. If you're tuning in right now, Tory Lanez, Canadian rapper, has been found guilty on all charges. What are the answers going forward? What does that mean for you? If are you a Megan Thee Stallion fan? Are you a Tory Lanez fan? Did you believe that she was lying and fabricating the story the entire time? Do you believe this is all a setup? This is one of the most crazy, conjected, is that the right word, cases that we've seen in a long time. Let's start immediately and go ahead and jump right into this because this is breaking news. The New York Times, the Los Angeles Times, every single other Times you can think about magazine publicating article has recently published this as of 10 minutes ago. Tory Lanez has been found guilty in the shooting of Megan Thee Stallion. Daystar Peterson is his name. A Canadian rapper who performs as Tory Lanez was convicted Friday of assault weapons offenses for shooting rap star Megan Thee Stallion after her alcohol-fueled party in 2020. We're going to break down this entire thing. I know a lot of details on this case. I've been following this case and trying to figure out what has been going on. It says he faces more than 20 years in prison for the 5 gunshots that jurors concluded he fired at the feet of Stallion. People thought that Tory Lanez was innocent and he didn't do anything this entire time. That's what he was standing on. And since the very beginning, we haven't heard a peep from Tory Lanez. Not a single Instagram post, not a single Facebook post in regards to the incident. Now, yeah, the lawyers are going to tell you that you don't need to have any kind of communication with the outside media sources. They're going to tell you that you don't need to talk about anything regarding this case and details because for him in particular, not only is he a recording artist, but he is a Canadian citizen, which means that his American or his recording career would effectively be done. And for the music industry execs that boosted a lot of money into Tory's career, promoting him as an artist and keeping him on the record labels, forefront or forerunners of the artists that are promoted and still utilized in the music game, that's a huge financial loss. And so this is a big loss on so many fronts, not to mention this is just crazy that he actually put 5 shots, jurors are concluding, into the feet at Megan Thee Stallion. Now, the words say this, he fired at the feet of, okay? I will say that. The news article states that the jurors said that he fired at the feet of Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, does that mean that he was trying to purposely shoot or hurt Megan Thee Stallion? I don't know. That's a question that you got to ask for yourself. Does that mean that he was purposely trying to, what was he trying? Was he purposely trying to just scare her? Was he trying to send her a message? Was he that terrible of a shot after he was drinking with Kylie Jenner and everybody that night that he just couldn't figure out who he needed to shoot at and why he needed to shoot at them? We're going to get all the details on this case and we're going to get into some pictures. Twitter is probably going to go ablaze in the next few seconds. So that's where we're getting ready to go. That's right. We're getting ready to go to Twitter because the Twittians are going to have all the details that we need to have. But he is guilty. Did you think that he was guilty? Did you think that Megan Thee Stallion? This is a fascinating case. Nobody knew what the hell was going on. It's only 389 tweets in the last hour, so they haven't actually trended as of yet. But it looks like the BBC News. We beat the BBC News 5 minutes ago. The BBC News posted the article saying that she has, Megan Thee Stallion, that is, has been granted the victim, the true victim. She is the victim in this case. She's been, publicly recognized as the victim in this case, and she's been judicially recognized as a victim in this case. The BBC News is putting that out. Tory Lanez faces up to 23 years in prison. Pop Crave magazine posted it 34 minutes ago. Looks as him. Now, if you notice, Tory Lanez he had a bunch of antics. He even brought his kid to court on one of the court dates. Well, we have videos of that. He brought his child to court. I don't know why he decided, but he's probably looking for some kind of public sympathy and things of that nature, right? He decided that he was going to bring his kid to court, and that's exactly what he did. Daystar Peterson thought that was a decent idea, but I'm sure he quickly found out that it wasn't. We're going to get into some videos right now. Make sure you like the stream. If you're the first time here, subscribe to the stream. We're on Twitter right now. We are live streaming on Facebook. I'm sorry, only on YouTube right now. Tory Lanez's father is heard right here, ladies and gentlemen. Audio warning, this might be a little loud for you. He looks pretty upset.
It's not over. God does not lose.
Boy, let me tell you what. Niggas will bring God into a dang dice game. I'll tell you what, niggas, he could have killed Megan. His father would have been out there still standing the same. You know what? I was saying in my last live stream that white parents stand beside their children, and I did get to thinking, you know what? I just haven't seen a lot of mothers in the courtroom standing beside Gloctavius. My son, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. So I'll say that the black mothers still stand beside their children. The fathers are gone, but in this rare instance, we see a black father here.
Even though we've come to this juncture,
who ended up fathering a son that shot somebody else.
trust me, you will see that our God does not fail.
This is not the
I
first
know
time
that this is wickedness. This district attorney, Miss Kathy Tarr.
All right, so let's just let this play for a second. Do you think that maybe they're setting Tory Lanez up? Do you think that this is all a lie? Because I don't know. This dude's speaking with the passion of 1,000 disciples as if this was a setup that Tory Lanez, and this is Tory Lanez's father, y'all.
And even though we've come to this juncture, trust me, you will see that our God does not fail.
This is not the
I
first
know
time
that this is wickedness. This district attorney, Miss Kathy Tarr. Dirty! It's not over. God.
You know, okay, this has got a lot of videos here, y'all.
How you feeling, sir? How you feeling? You want to know exactly how I'm feeling? Yes, sir. I just stood here in this Los Angeles County and witnessed the worst miscarriage of justice that this world has ever seen. You want to know how I feel? I'll tell you exactly how I feel. I got some names that I want to call. Alex Spiro, Desiree Perez, and the whole wicked system of Rock Nation, including you, Jay-Z.
Yes.
Jeez.
You who say you
Jay-Z.
rose from the gutter, but you have traded and bartered the souls of young men, and you're still doing it.
Amen.
Okay. We might be reaching into some deep charted territory right now in this live stream, ladies and gentlemen. It appears to me that Tory Lanez's father is standing outside the courtroom and speaking on some sort of sacrificial potentiality of this case by them finding Tory Lanez guilty. Now, I want to go ahead and go on record saying this, all right, that there's no secret that there's a lot of interesting things that happen in the music industry. However, I didn't think that this was potentially one of them. I've heard a lot of crazy, convoluted details from all sides, the friend, Megan Thee Stallion, and Tory in this case, that Tory Lanez was sleeping with Megan Thee Stallion and the friend, that Megan Thee Stallion was jealous, or the friend was jealous that Tory Lanez was trying to actually sleep with Kylie Jenner at the pool party. We're gonna get into the video of everything, but let's go back to the father.
The only independent witness in this courtroom is a man whose name is Sean Kelly. He came to court, and our attorneys, he would not even shake their hand after he went upstairs with Kathy Tarr and Alex Bott.
They met on Saturday before. They
met with our witness. And then the man came back, and I sat in the hallway while he sat with Jody Little, the prosecutor's investigator, who acted so dumb and
Tory Lanez looks just like his dad. That's a carbon copy, man.
intelligent woman who did not want. Listen, I've seen so much evidence buried in this, and I know exactly what the public out here will say. Don't talk. You will say, I say this because I'm a father. See, I am a father of thousands around the world. I'm a father of my kids, but a spiritual father to many.
Well, I tell you what, man, I don't know. My opinion is changing pretty quickly on this guy right here, man. This is a solid brother right here. Okay, all right. We need to reel this thing back because, huh? Oh, we have a super chat. Thank you for a super chatter here. This just got a lot more crazy, y'all. I don't know what's going on with this Megan Thee Stallion case. This got a lot more crazy. Janelle Rock with a $5 super chat. His father has no shame. Where's God in any of this? Everyone is guilty except Daystar, looking for his 15 minutes of fame. Well, okay, Janelle, I really am there. Okay, I'm there, but man, it's hard listening to him speak with such conviction as if this just didn't happen the way that he's saying it. Now, I'm confused, and I'm only confused, Janelle. Thank you for the $5 super chat, and for everybody that donates to the channel. Thank you so much. I'm confused because he's an upstanding, brother, and a lot of black men don't have black fathers, period. But to have a black father like this that's that well-spoken is a rarity, man. Speaking on a spirituality aspect, speaking on a morality aspect, that's actually well-spoken, that's tactful, that's well put together, that's, it's a rarity. And so to hear that Tory Lanez had been found guilty of this, and he has this type of man that was instilling some sort of values in his life, I don't know, man. It lends another egg in the basket to the people that say that there's just, black men just can't get it together, whatever reason. I don't know. But his father the duality of this is if Tory Lanez did do it and his father's out here preaching as if his son is literally Jesus Christ's most favorite disciple, then that's bad. That's even worse. That's horrible. I don't know. Oh my God, this is crazy. Okay, we got another super chat coming in. Let me go ahead and start a poll. I'm gonna start a poll. If you're not watching this live and you're watching this on a replay, you can participate in the poll, I think, as well. Just leave a comment. Let's get to the second super chat. Very confusing here. Listen, I'm good at reading human emotions. I don't see anything right here. The truth, I like your name, Truth. The truth says, the only impartial witness, a white man, Sean Kelly, placed the gun in Tory's hand. So the father needs to shut up. We have the best mind in the world, Organic Black, in the chat tonight. Thank you for everybody that's donating, supporting the channel. So the only impartial witness, the truth said, a white man, Sean Kelly, placed the gun in Tory's hand. So the father needs to... Okay, if you don't know what that person's talking about there, then I'll give you the backstory on it, on how this entire thing... Truth, do you mind commenting on how you think this entire thing happened? We're going to watch more videos. I'm not going to play the father or anything right now. We're going to get some more videos on the pool party, all right? So the pool party that happened at the Jenners, at the Jenners residence. This is what initially started off the argument that happened that had to do with Tory Lanez getting into it with Megan Thee Stallion. Check this out.
We had to come,
Holy volume.
we had to come kill the streets for 5 minutes. You said what?
I gotta turn up the music, the PD just came right
Okay.
That's Tory.
Tory, don't get my phone wet.
So that's the pool party video there. And at that pool party, he apparently, and as this comment said right here, got into a physical relation with one of the girls at the pool party. Now, at this time Tory was doing this pool party, he was having this thing go down on Instagram called Quarantine Radio. And Quarantine Radio was taking off. Now, I can't even show everything right now because there was a lot of bad things that happened on Quarantine Radio. It was a lot of issues. Okay, it doesn't look like we have too many bad things going on right here, so that's a good thing. And all it was essentially people calling into this show with, their music and singing and yada, yada, yada. And Tory Lanez, if you're watching, has 134,000 people watching this during live. So you might not think he's popular, but Tory Lanez for 1 minute on, or for a month or so on the earth, was the most popular person on the face of the planet, thanks to social media and everybody being locked inside of their house. So for a long time, we paid a lot of attention to Tory, and then all of a sudden, boom, the bombshell happened with everything going on. Was this a culmination of too much clout too fast? Was it a culmination of a young just having money and being too damn cocky, being in the streets, and the streets just couldn't get out of him? Was it a culmination of Megan Thee Stallion and her friend having some sort of foul play? Is this a culmination of the Illuminati? We don't know at this point. All we know is that Tory Lanez is now guilty of shooting Megan Thee Stallion, according to the article, 5 times, or shooting at her 5 times. A big differentiating difference right there. Quarantine Radio was his claim to fame and how he was able to rise on an international level for the people that didn't listen to his music in the United States. He was very, 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 very talented. Here's a little bit of his drop music here.
We on fire. Ay, praise to the Most High. Ay, praise to the Most High. Send it praise to the Most High.
Praise to the Most High. Well, I tell you what, he's probably praying to something right now. I tell you that much. He is facing 25 years, as one of the articles say. What could have happened to cause this? Let's go ahead and dig more into the conspiracy backpack. I appreciate everybody supporting the channel. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you subscribe. We're talking about Tory Lanez being found guilty. How much time is he going to get? Well, let's be honest here. Tory Lanez has money, okay? And I'll be honest, we live in America. When you have money in the American system, you have certain rights and eligibilities that are afforded to you that a lot of people or the normies just don't have. Not to mention that he already has a good amount of the court of the public opinion on his side, and he has a lot of people that are willing to fight for him. His father has another message for us here. Check this out.
My God Almighty, I call heaven and earth to be a record today. That Rock Nation, you will crumble. I am an apostle of God.
That's right.
And you will know who I am.
That's right. Say that, man. Come on, man. I feel that, bro. Real talk.
In the LAPD's office, tell me how there's no fingerprints. My God Almighty, I call heaven and earth to be a record today. That
right.
Rock
That's
Nation,
right.
you will crumble. I am an apostle of God,
That's right.
and you will know who I am.
That's right. Say that, man. Come on, man.
So he said that there's no fingerprints. No fingerprints on the gun. Were there fingerprints on the guns? Let's we'll have to take him for his word right now. Let's go back to some news articles here. We have more videos. Let's try and get this a little bit closer. So I'm gonna let you listen to what Megan Thee Stallion had to say about this incident. She didn't speak on it too much, but she did go on record a few different times and addressed the issue that happened. We're going to find one of those clips right now. Give me 1 second. As we are making sure that we are liking the stream. We're making sure that we're liking the stream. I want to go ahead and thank the next super chat that we had coming in. The Truth with the $10 super chat. Thank you, Truth, for supporting. Lemonade's in the building. Good to see Lemonade. Thank you, Truth. $15 super chat. If you want to beat Truth, donate $15.01. We've never had a dono war on this channel. Can we have a dono war, please? Can somebody donate $10.01? And then the way it goes, another person donate $10.02. And whoever donates last wins. All right. Now the person that ultimately wins is me. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm not kidding. But Truth for $10 said, this is not justice for Meg. This is justice for August Alsina, justice for Prince, his baby's mother, and every other person he beat up. Tory has so many cases in the court system. What in the hell? Prince? Hybrid baby. You know about Prince? Him beating up Prince? All right. To Google we go, the Truth. If this is crazy, it's on the front page of MSN, by the way. We're Googling right now, so you just give me 1 second. Did Tory Lanez beat up Prince? All right, I Googled it. Okay, so this is the Prince that this person is talking about here. Tory Lanez allegedly attacked Love and Hip Hop star Prince. Okay. So Tory Lanez packs a serious punch, at least according to the Love and Hip Hop cast member who told cops he needed medical attention after a rapper socked him in the face, but Tory's denying it. Prince Michael Hardy, a rapper promoter who's on Love and Hip Hop Miami, claims Tory reignited their long-standing beef this month at Club Vendome in South Beach. According to the police report obtained by TMZ, Prince told cops he was at his table around 4 a.m. last Monday when he was approached and struck on the left side of his face. Prince told cops he turned around and made eye contact with Tory, who ran out of the club and took off in a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van. Tory has named the police report as a suspect for alleged battery. And if you look at the injury here, let's go ahead and zoom in, shall we? You can see a little swelling on that side right there. Look, he got hit hard. My goodness, poor kid. We think he'll be okay, but you do see the swelling on that side. The article goes on to say, according to the police report, Prince also told cops he went for medical treatment, and the responding officers said Prince had a visibly swollen area on his left side of his cheek. We're told DJs and hosts made it well known Prince and Malcolm were in the building, and when Butler left Prince alone in the section, that's Tory Lanez, by the way. Oh, well, actually, no, I don't know who Butler is. Never mind. Tory came up with his entourage and allegedly threw the punch. All right, so that's the Prince story there. Thank you so much for the Truth for bringing that up to us. So Tory's a batterer. He is a batterer. Tory's an abuser. He's got little man syndrome, huh? It's interesting. Now, it doesn't look like Megan Thee Stallion is necessarily caring too much about this with her man. Is this her boyfriend right here or her guy? Look at her. She's happy. Go ahead, Megan. Dance it up. But she was at one point, y'all, and let's go ahead and get into that interview. She was at one point very, very, very emotional, just as anybody could be. And don't forget, I don't know if y'all knew this, but Megan Thee Stallion actually lost her mother around the same time that she got shot, if I'm not mistaken. And she talked about it on the interview with Gayle. Was it the Gayle King interview? Now, the Gayle King interview was controversial because Gayle was not liked by a good amount of the black community because of something. I think Gayle King had something to say about Kobe Bryant. and it pissed a lot of black people off. But this is that interview with Gayle King. Let's listen to it.
Just briefly walk us through what happened that night. It starts, you're at a party at Kylie Jenner's house.
I had went there and we were just hanging out and I was ready to go because I had been there all day.
So you guys end up in a car. You, Tory Lanez, your friend at the time, Kelsey, and his driver / security. Tory Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, is a Grammy-nominated rapper and singer from Canada.
Daystar, by the way, is like the name of a Christian channel.
Kelsey Harris was one of Megan Thee Stallion's best friends from Houston. There was an argument, and you get out of the car, right?
At that point, the argument wasn't even with me.
So, okay, let's pause. She says the argument wasn't even with her. She's not lying in that case, but it had to do with her. In regards to the argument, the reason that it was happening in the first place is because allegedly Megan Thee Stallion hooked up Tory Lanez, her friend, with Tory Lanez, and the friend didn't know that Megan Thee Stallion had been sleeping with Tory Lanez as well. Tory was being exclusive with Megan Thee Stallion's friend on some, just whatever it is type of stuff, because they were just hanging out there in the industry, they're buddy, yada, yada, yada. But then Tory and Megan Thee Stallion started sleeping together. The friend found out, and the friend was like, dang, kind of in a certain type of way, yada, yada, yada. So that's why Megan Thee Stallion is saying the argument isn't, and it wasn't with me, it had to do with her, but it wasn't with her, it was between the friend, and it was between Tory. Because the friend was like, you couldn't bone anybody else but my best friend who hooked you up with me to begin with? It was on some disrespect type stuff. That's from what my research has proven, that's what happened.
Like, the argument was with the two people in the back seat. So I asked the driver to pull the car over, like, I'm done with this. And I should have stayed out of the car. Like, I should have not got back in the car. Mm-hmm. And they was like, Megan, just get back in the car. We almost there. Like, just get back in. Mm-hmm. So I get back in the car. It's like it's getting worse.
The arguing in the car.
The arguing in the car is getting worse, and I don't want to be in this car no more. Like, because I see it's getting crazy. Mm-hmm. So I get out the car, and it's like everything happens so fast. Yes. And all I hear is this man screaming. He said, dance, and he started shooting. And I'm just like, oh my God.
Jesus Christ, man. Whew, that's an evil ass nigga, bro. That's an evil ass nigga if he said that shit to Megan Thee Stallion, bro. And I mean, she has no reason to lie about that. Damn, that's an evil ass nigga, bro.
Like, he shot a couple of times. Mm-hmm. And I was so scared.
So is he in the car shooting from the car, Megan?
He is standing up over the window, shooting. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even want to move. I didn't want to move too quick. Like, because I'm like, oh my God, if I take the wrong step, I don't know if he can shoot something that's like super important. I don't know if he could shoot me and kill me. Like,
were you afraid for your life at that time?
I was really scared because I had never been shot at before.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you know the amount of people that said that she was lying about this? You know how many people said she was lying about this? Do you know how many people said and swore that she was lying? I'm not gonna call race or the sex of the group of people that I always continuously, but this was a perfect story for the group of guys who really don't like women to try and claim that she was making this up. People were saying because since Tory Lanez wasn't speaking about the situation, his lawyers have it on rap and they're gonna put it all together, yada yada yada. Now, once again, the disillusioned father is the thing that is throwing me all the way off. So you see Megan in the interview literally crying her eyes out. Let's just keep watching this for the sake of time.
I was really scared because I had never been shot at before. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I looked down at my feet because I wasn't even, the adrenaline is pumping so hard. I'm not sure if he hit me. Like, I feel it, but I don't understand what's happening. So I look down at my feet and I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm really bleeding.
Mm-hmm. Poor girl, man. Fucking hell, dude. Okay, the fingerprints are not on the weapon. Let's go ahead and go into conspiracy theory here. I'm gonna go ahead and get to my conspiracy site, and let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do to see what the deal is on this fingerprints thing. Jeez, that's really bad, man. That's really bad. Weapon, Tory Lanez. All right, fingerprints, weapon, Tory Lanez. Hearing did not include, this is on the PolitiFact website here. Hearing did not include, they're saying, on the 23rd, February 23rd, 2022 case that Tory Lanez DNA was not found on the weapon in the Megan Thee Stallion case. It was revealed in court, according to PolitiFact, that Tory Lanez DNA was not on the weapon. The hearing did not include DNA evidence to vindicate rapper charged in Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to figure out what the hell this is saying. Okay, so this is PolitiFact. Okay, so does PolitiFact back up the fact that's being stated? I think I'm understanding here. Here we go. just read it here and we'll figure it out. We're putting the plane together while we're flying it. At a 23rd of the February pretrial hearing for Lanez, charged in 2020 shooting of Megan Thee Stallion, no one said that his DNA was not found on the weapon. A transcript from the hearing indicates that Lanez attorney said, quote, "We are in the process of actually retaining an expert with respect to DNA." According to a tweet by Rolling Stone reporter Nancy Dillon, quote, "It is our hope that we will be able to review and confirm with the Los Angeles Police Department's analysis, which from our standpoint was favorable, but the precise nature of this is not." Okay, Lanez is charged. Yeah, we get that. You see what I mean by this? This case is so convoluted. I barely even can put together what the hell this website is saying. So apparently on Facebook, it was said that his DNA was not found on the weapon. And the same thing was actually said by his father that you just got done watching pretty much scream to the top of his lungs, you know, and rebuking the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office for the same exact statement that he's claiming is being said right here, which is that his son's fingerprints weren't on the gun. And it turns out the PolitiFact is saying that that wasn't actually stated anywhere in the that wasn't actually anywhere in the docket, if you will. It says that we rate this claim as false. So is his father being covered up by the powers that be to whatever it might be, or is it just a simple case of misinformation? I'm probably going to go with the latter in this case, right? But again, it's hard to argue a man that's putting everything on his son's innocence right now and saying that he represents thousands spiritually of other people. He represents, I don't know. It's interesting. 7 firearms experts have talked about, the gun that was used, saying it would take a certain amount of trigger pull. That's not really necessary to us right now. I don't see anything else, y'all, in regards to DNA not being on the weapon or being on the weapon. I'll probably need to actually look up the actual court case right there to figure out what the deal is, but I'm not seeing anything. I do see this. This is a fact. Tory Lanez lawyer confirms the rapper's DNA was excluded in inconclusive gun DNA test. Oh, no. Okay, if it's an inconclusive DNA test, this is what this means. Inconclusive is the most confusing, most BS. I need to stop changing scenes so much. I'm sorry for changing the scene so much. I'll keep it on this screen right now. So, the lawyer says that they couldn't use Tory Lanez's DNA test in the docket because the results were inconclusive. That typically means that there was a problem in the testing process that the lawyers were able to, because Tory Lanez is a rich, multimillionaire artist. Yes. I want to take this second and take some time out. Okay. Let's take some time out here. I know you're ready to get back to the stream. I really do. I know you want to know about all the other, there's a lot more information. Don't worry. We're going to get to all of it, but somebody donated to the channel whenever we do this. I know y'all going to be like, "Oh, nigga, we're going to stop donating." Okay. Well, I'm going to stop live streaming then. Okay. Don't push me. No, I'm just playing with you. Before I stop live streaming and before you stop donating, go to gotserum.com. It is coffee time. That's why I'm so hyper. You see this? Look at that. Woo! I'm going in and out of my website. This bar is 100% natural. I'm not going to give you all the ingredients. Click quick view. And then when you go to quick view, oh my goodness, I don't see anything that popped up, but don't worry. You will see it on your screen. There we go. When you go to gotserum.com and you revitalize and reinvigorate your mornings, your afternoons, and your evening. 100% natural. You haven't been cleaning your body properly. You get one chance to dance. Make sure you take care of your body on the way in and out of life. That's right. We're getting back to the story. Gosh, dang it. I'm on fire. I don't know what to think here. I don't know. The Truth came back with a $20 super chat. Truth, not only do I love your name, but thank you. Truth, you've been with us for a while, and I know that you donate. I do wish we could have a couple more people donate to kind of support, and so it's not so much of a burden on the people that always donate, but thank you. It's been white bloggers in the mainstream media, Truth says, for $20 that have spoken out in support of Meg while the black YouTubers turned their back against her. I saw the same thing. You would have thought that she was freaking, I don't know. I was like, man, why are all these people going against Megan Thee Stallion? I don't get it. NBC wrote an article in support of her while black people tarnished her name. The Truth with the $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Truth, again. I saw so much hate for Megan Thee Stallion. And if you watch these and if you look at the comments here, let's look this. Let's look at this. Let's keep reading the article. This is what this says about the inconclusive evidence in this case, all right? Because I'm not going to even lie to you and say that legally I 100% know what inclusive means. Tico says, so basically his team tried to play technicality mind games with Twitter to win the court a public appeal battle. See, my DNA wasn't on the gun. Now what? Can't fail a test if you don't take it. So it says Nancy Dillon, Holly confirmed that the swab on the gun came back inconclusive with 4 contributors while the magazine swab excluded Lanez. This is so crazy, man. What kind of case is this? What is going on in this case? What is going on in this case? Why was there so much of a... It looks like there was a concerted effort to protect Tory Lanez. If he had seen this document, he presumably would have got it right, Holly said in court. I don't know who exactly she's taking it, but... very odd. So, Nay says this. Okay, we're still on the inconclusive. No DNA submitted from try equals no match to DNA on the gun, which equals inconclusive. You can't match the DNA to nothing. I need y'all to think. So, did they not submit the DNA to the gun? Who was a part of that? Do more people need to get arrested in this case? Do we need to start looking at the prosecutors? That was like spit in my throat. That sounded crazy. Sounded like an alien. Like, sorry about that, y'all. Y'all were like, what the fuck was that? That like spit in my throat. What? They didn't test Tory, and Frey says, I don't know how that gets misconstrued as he's innocent. Okay, so that they didn't test Tory on these inconclusive tests. Well, how are the tests inconclusive if you didn't test him? Nobody knows what the hell is going on. So, Big Steppa says this. The case would have been long thrown out if he was actually excluded and there wasn't any DNA evidence, LOL. Everybody in the quotes is slow. Tory isn't cooperating is the long and short of this, trying to muddy the waters like he's been doing. Now, that I think is the most conclusive explanation to what it is. Apparently, what they just didn't even... This is wild. This is wild. So, this is it right here. The gun had 4 contributors, and Tory Lanez was not one of them. How is that even possible? They didn't even test Tory Lanez. Why wasn't he tested? Now, he's guilty now, but why wasn't he tested? These are swabs of the weapon, not swabs from the people, if that makes sense. They already had Tory Lanez DNA to test against. Oh, okay. I get it. So, did they test the gun against his DNA and his DNA wasn't found? I mean, wait a second. Oh my God, this is so crazy. This is what I think happened, y'all. This is what I think happened. I don't even know what happened in this gun case. Let's move on from that part, because that just is wild. All right, let's get to some more video here. What did Tory have to say about it? Well, I'm glad you asked. As we look for what Tory had to say about it, we're going to listen to what Megan had to say.
So I dropped down and I crawled in somebody's driveway. I can't believe you shot me.
And what is he saying, Tory Lanez saying?
He's apologizing. He's I'm so sorry. Please don't tell nobody. I'll give y'all $1 million if y'all don't say nothing. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you offering me money right now? Help me. And if you sorry, just help me.
But at that moment,
we didn't even make it to the house. Somebody had already called the police, and it was so many of them. It was helicopters. I was like, oh my God, we all about to die. The George Floyd incident had just happened. The police are definitely very much shoot first, ask questions after. So
all right.
It's a...
So Megan looked out for him. She didn't want to call police because we had everybody in the world marching for the 12 black dudes that have been shot in the past 50 years by, no, I can't say that. Marching for the 13 black guys that were shot in the past 3 years by police officers, right? So everybody was marching for Black Lives Matter. So Megan Thee Stallion felt pressure. Man, imagine Megan tried to do the right thing by not calling the police after she had been shot at, and she still gets shit on. Boy, black women got it tough, bro. God almighty, y'all got it tough. That is so effed. Okay, Tory Lanez spoke about the shooting, apparently a little bit. I don't know if he said that much about it. I think this is a little bit of a whatever it might be, but of a stretch. But look at the responses. 4 days ago, the top comment says, "We owe this man an apology." So Tory Lanez, now somebody else did say he'd be beating around the bush. If Meg didn't get shot, say it. But if she did, but you didn't shoot her, say it. Somebody said, listening to this now, everyone owes him apology. Yo, everybody thought that he was innocent. He stayed silent for so long trying to play this good guy. I don't know what's happening. And his dad still today thinks he's innocent. So, whew, this is crazy, man. If this is a conspiracy, get your tinfoil hats on and rock with it, because I don't know. I do know. I just don't know why this has been so concertedly covered on that level, right? This is weird, dude. Cheyenne says, all right, let's just get to the video. F what the people are saying, because it's interesting.
All right. So there's some things that I just want to say today. I think that they're very important, and I know that there's been a lot of speculation about the things that I've been going through and how I've been dealing with them, and the insensitivities of just me not like talking when y'all wanted me to talk and saying certain things. And I just felt like I owed my...
He didn't say anything for like the first 6 months, or like the first couple. He didn't say anything for like the first couple of months, I think. He didn't say anything.
Fans, I owed it to my fans and supporters of people who, when they look at me and they look at me as a role model, I owed it to those people as a person to just like give them some sort of transparency and some sort of accountability of certain things. I feel like, for those who don't know, for the last 3 months of my life, I've been in this place where, I've been bashed. I've been cut through, just people every single day coming at me.
Wow.
And it's crazy because the whole thing about it is just like, when this whole debacle, or whatever you call it, came about, the whole time it's like, she knows what happened.
A debacle. Dance. He said dance, bitch. Whew. Tory Lanez the evil nigga, man.
Came about, the whole time it's like, she knows what happened, I know what happened, and we know that what you're saying and what the alleged things and the alleged accusations of my name are not true. It's falsified information, it's false information, and it's not accurate information. I don't ever want to come off like I'm here to bash this girl, or I'm here to talk down about this girl, or ever be at a place where like I'm disrespecting her, because to me as a person, she's still my friend. No matter what, even if she doesn't look at me like that, I look at her like she's still my friend. In the times that we were together or around each other, we've had nothing but joyous moments and good moments. So I'm not gonna sit here and bash her, but at the same time, it comes to a certain standpoint of me as a person where it's like, yo, do y'all want me to just sit here and just allow my name to be assassinated, my character to be assassinated?
No, we want you to tell the truth, motherfucker.
Assassinated, everything that I worked for to get here to just be assassinated for something that I did not do, something that the events that are being said are not even accurate and accurately being portrayed to everybody. The narrative that's being created to make me come off like I'm some monster.
All right. So we're going to get back to that. Don't worry. The narrative being created is being created to make me seem like I'm some sort of monster. So that was how he approached the situation. He's guilty. Guilty. Literally just tried to lie his way out of the situation and say that he didn't do anything. And now his father's backing him up and trying to get the world. We'll go back to his father in 1 second. Let's go back to that video. Because
narrative that's being created to make me come off like I'm some monster is now what I'm having to live through for 3 months straight of just people just coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. And it's like, yo, I'm not here to beg no sympathy from nobody. I've never been one of those people. I'm not a person that's sitting here like, yo, everybody feels sorry for me. Like, nah. Because at the end of the day, if I did what they're saying I did, then by all means.
And keep in mind, bear in mind, the truth let us know that he's already had like 4 different assault cases. Yet here he is with 140,000 people trying to say that he didn't do it. There's only two other people in the car. Tory Lanez is literally willing. If he had the chance, Tory Lanez would have let one of those. He would have let either Megan Thee Stallion or he would have let one of those girls go to jail. Man, he would have let one of them go to jail for that. If he had everything go his way, he would have let one of the girls go to jail.
I would say the same exact thing about me. I say that nigga's a bitch ass nigga. He doesn't respect females. He's a fuck boy, and that nigga deserves no respect. Period. I've never been a person that all of a sudden, you know, is everybody all of a sudden like, yo, he's this guy who doesn't protect black women, and he's this guy who. But it's like he's this guy who doesn't care about black women. That's what the narrative is now switching.
Now, he made sure to mention that specifically because he's very smart, right? He knows that a lot of the women that support him and that have supported him and in all of his chicks tapes and all his music have been our women, just as they've supported and just as they continue to be the number one support, right? Megan Thee Stallion's a black woman as well. It's immediate, done, career over if obviously he's done it, but we all know no.
Doing certain things like that, and it's like, hold on, I need y'all to really back this up. When have I not showed out for black women? Every single one of my videos, the lead girl is black. From Say It to Love to now. Like, when have I not showed love to black women? I made 5 chicks tapes about black love, about a black relationship, about a ghetto relationship at that. Like, you feel me? Like, when did I become this person? Like, my favorite song on the last chicks tape that I put out was Beauty in the Benz. And that was a record that with Snoop Dogg that I loved. And instead of me even being inside of the video, like really take me in for a second. Instead of me even being in the video,
Pause.
And this is before all this. Instead of me being in the video, I made the video all about the empowerment of black women. There's nothing but different types of black women in the video, all shapes, sizes, colors, ages. That just shows the love in what I'm doing. And
Tootsie 2 Times, a rapper, said it gets to a point where they love you so much they got no choice but to hate you, family.
it's like all of a sudden, a narrative comes out with no factual evidence.
He's got a lot of verified support. You see all those blue check marks? Look at all those blue check marks or white check marks, verified profiles on Instagram.
All of a sudden, I'm the bad guy. And it's like, yo, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I understand, like, and I support the whole
143,000 people watching him live right now.
movement of protecting black women. But I want to speak on something, and sometimes, you know I'm not always in the right place to speak on things, but this is something that I went through, and so I feel like I'm able to speak on it. I am all for protecting black women. That is something that is one of the most important things that needs to be taken serious and awareness needs to be brought to. And regardless, if this debacle, regardless of what you guys think happened, if this situation caused you guys to pay more attention and more awareness to protecting black women, then I'm fine that I had to be dragged through the dirt for that. But
absolute trash. Absolute trash. Absolute trash. Of an apology video there. Just really tough to kind of stomach, you know. And it's like, dadgum, you know, if you have a hard time recognizing, or, you know, if you don't have, if you just took, everything at face value for what he's saying, you know, it's very believable, man. Very believable. He did talk around he did beat around the bush a lot. But my goodness. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the punishment now. All right, what is Tory Lanez facing? Well, I'll tell you what, if you Google Tory Lanez name, it's just all over the place. Just news articles. This is the homepage of Google. I put Tory Lanez and it corrected to Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez found guilty of 2020 shootings. Tory Lanez guilty. Tory Lanez guilty. Jurors have reached a verdict. Okay, now what are we looking at? Let's go to CNN, the big boys, and see if we can't get a number. I saw up to 22 years, a maximum of 22 years, and possible deportation back to his native Canada. We're not going to get too many clues on how much they're going to give him. We can keep looking. I'll look at a few more sites as we head over to Twitter. If I was to guess, if his maximum is 22 years, I would assume that they're probably going to give him 5 to 7, and 5 to 7 because of who he is. To be quite fair and honest with you, 5 to 7, he might end up doing, 3. If it's 5, he's going to do 3 of those, or 2.5. If it's 7, he's going to do probably 3.5 to 4 years. That's where it's going to be honest with you. All right, that's where it's going to be. We're going to look at some more videos on Twitter. What's Megan Thee Stallion bodyguard? Bodyguard? That's interesting. I don't know what was going on with this. I typed in Megan Thee Stallion bodyguard, and this video popped up. Well, it looks like this was before the verdict was actually. No, well, never mind. That's not important. That's not important. Here's Megan Thee Stallion's bodyguard. Let's check this out. This is what I guess this is posted in December 2021. So this is an old video. We don't need to watch this. Why are we looking at this? Just as in. Oh, okay. The reason the bodyguard is is important is because he was the witness that failed to show up to testify. All right. Well, that's why the bodyguard is important. And also, apparently, he's got nude pictures out. I don't know what's going on with that. Anyways, let me erase that. Why am I even looking at that? Why are you recommending that to me, Twitter? What the hell? You see how social media works? You end up going on YouTube to watch a video of a puppy. Next thing you know, you're watching videos of Russian drones dropping. Anyways, let me not say that. All right. 6ix9ine's thoughts. Let's hear what 6ix9ine has to say about Megan Thee Stallion, shall we?
Not to make this a joke, but Megan Thee Stallion is that fucking lying. She said, the nigga said, dance, bitch, and shot her. That shit is hilarious. I don't give a fuck.
Ooh, it's nasty out here for women, man. It's nasty out here for black women, dog. Like, what is this? A horse running down?
Oh my days, no!
What is going on? What's going on in the UK? Like, bro, people are treating Megan like she's she's a hood gang banging, like blood cripping, you know what I mean? Like she raps, bro, but she's a woman, dog. What? You know what I mean? Like, dang, God almighty.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my days! No!
Oh, it's a stallion.
Oh my days! Bro!
Okay. Well, that's kind of Twitter for you right there. All right, let's look at the lawyer video. We got some lawyer video here.
Break. Got to get back into the courtroom very, very quickly. I sat at 12 o'clock directly in Kelsey's line of vision. I watched her testify. I watched her deny that Tory threatened to shoot her. I watched her confess that she lied to the police when she said that. The reason why she was lying to the police, the investigators, is because she wanted to protect herself. OMG. The rest of the testimony that we just saw in the after lunch session was a prosecutor holding on for dear life to a recording between her, a police investigator, and another LA County prosecutor, and Kelsey, and just replaying that recording and saying, Kelsey, didn't you say this? And Kelsey saying, I did. Kelsey, is that true? And Kelsey saying, no, I lied. Did the LA County prosecutors give Kelsey immunity? I think so. They did, didn't they? That's what I reported this morning. That's what I saw in this courtroom. Does Kelsey sound like a believable witness? No. Is Tory Lanez accusing her of being the shooter? Yes. I'll tell you something. That jury, most of them, it looked like they had their mind made up. I don't know which way, but they saw that person say that I lied about all that to protect myself. They're going to hear that there was gunshot residue on her.
That guy, his Twitter handle is Lawyer for Workers. His name is Mohammed Gangat. His Twitter handle is at Lawyer for Workers. He's an NYC attorney. He sues employers, cops, and anyone else who deserves it. We're talking about the Tory Lanez case. and just how convoluted and ridiculous it is. We find out, and it's been announced all over the world, that he is guilty for shooting at Megan Thee Stallion 5 times, as the Los Angeles Times put it in their online article. And we're just trying to retrace the steps of why so many people thought that Megan Thee Stallion was guilty of lying, why so many people thought Tory Lanez was innocent of crime. I'm not sure. You know?
Out the car, I'm done arguing. I don't want to argue no more. I get out. I'm walking away. This nigga from out the backseat of the car started shooting me. You shot me. Everybody in the car arguing. I'm in the front seat. This nigga in the back seat. I get out the car. I'm done arguing. I don't want to.
All right. The memes on Twitter. The memes are crazy. We don't need memes. This is a serious moment. No memes for a serious moment. Good thing I took the screen share off. Tasha K was making fun of the shooting.
He shot me. Now let me tell you why everybody dragging her real quick, okay? Because he didn't shoot her.
This is not a good look for Tasha K. I'll tell you that right now. Then again, Tasha K has been sued for millions, so I don't know if anything can really phase Tasha at this point.
He shot somewhere else, and she happened to be in the way, so he endangered her life. So she should have sat down instead of saying, he shot me. He shot me. He shot me.
Wow.
She should have said, he endangered my life.
Wow.
He endangered my life. He put my life in danger. And that's not a friend. Okay? And they couldn't find the bullets because the bullets are still in her feet. Her feet was too big. They couldn't grab her.
Oh, man. That's bad, Tasha. Those words are going to come back to get her. Somebody tag Tasha K. Well, we can't do that on YouTube. I forget. I thought I was on another social media site. Well, you can. If you have a YouTube channel, share this video and tag Tasha K in it. Somebody go over to Tasha K's video. Here, I'll give you the link. I'm going to put this link in the live chat. Somebody grab this link and put it in, show Tasha K this video. I'm going to put it in the live chat. It's in the live chat right now. Copy that link. It's the link to the video of Tasha K talking about making fun of Megan Thee Stallion. Like, everybody was making fun of the Megan Thee Stallion. No idea why. Like, the girl just said that she got shot, and people went in. People went in on this girl, dude. Like, damn. Friends like y'all? Jesus. Wild. The wild case of Megan Thee Stallion. She wasn't like, let's listen to some more videos. Let's listen to more videos as we enjoy our freedom that we have on this magnificent frigid. It's the once in a generation storm. I hope that you're taking care of yourself out there, ladies and gentlemen. Once in a generational storm on this very, very, very frigid Friday night, December 23rd, 7 o'clock in the great state of Texas. I believe it's 5 o'clock on the West Coast. I believe it's 9 o'clock on the East Coast. Wherever you are, I hope that you're enjoying your day and your holidays. If you don't have any family near you, then the family that you are surrounding yourself with, the people you surround yourself with can be classified as family, so long as they are truly caring about you and your best wishes and your best, your best. Family is what you make of it, my friends. Blood does not make you family. However, I am very happy to have you here watching me and watching with us tonight, enjoying us tonight. Here's some more video. It looks like Mohammed made another video about the DNA. Let's listen to about the DNA being conclusive, inconclusive. Let's check this out.
It said pretty much the exact same thing with very minute differences. Here's the basics, and then I'll tell you what I think. So they both said that the magazine was tested, and there were 4 DNA profiles on the magazine, and you can tell that none of those are Tory's. So most likely Tory never touched this magazine. On the gun, they both said the same thing, that there's 4 profiles on the gun, but it's inconclusive. You can't tell if the DNA is Tory's or somebody else's. Now, both experts agreed that you would expect to see Tory's DNA on the gun if he had shot it 5 times. The defense experts seem to go further and say, look, if he shot that gun 5 times and then they tested it, you would conclusively see that he's on it. You don't see that here, suggesting strong DNA evidence in Tory's favor. Now, then the prosecution went to try to discredit the defense expert. He's like, aren't you getting paid by the defense? Don't you always work for defendants? He's like, yeah, the LAPD has their crime prosecutor, and then defendants hire private companies like mine to do the forensics. It's like, oh, okay, well, how much are you getting paid? The guy's like $250 an hour. How much has he paid you total? The guy's like $6,000. It's like, oh, well, it was really kind of just like, look, there's there's experts, man. This guy's been doing it forever. He's like, are you accredited? And he's like, no, I didn't apply for accreditation. I'm certified by the same people who do accreditation. It's like, well, what does that mean? He's like, well, twice a year, our lab people all get tested. They send them blind samples. They have to do the analysis, send it back, and then we get the results. He's like, oh, okay, well, what are the results? He's like, well, we never.
So it looks like Mo talking more about the inconclusive or conclusive. Well, you know what? If they tested and had 4 different profiles, 4 different people's fingerprints or DNA they found on that magazine and the gun, they tested both of them separately because it is possible to buy a firearm and, you know, switch out the magazines, buy your own magazine if you're trying to hide or if you're up to criminal mischief or activity. You know, you want to be kind of careful with the prints and things of that nature. Maybe you have the prints on the guns and they're not on the magazines. Well, they tested both. And his prints were, as Mohammed just said, workers for lawyers, not on the gun, which would prove Tory Lanez's father as right in that case. If that's the case, we're assuming and we're taking it at face value that people are right about what they're saying right now. And if that's the case, then this is it just got a little bit even weirder. I'm not saying that he's not guilty. I think he's guilty, but he doesn't have fingerprints on the gun. Is that what we're saying? We couldn't find any fingerprints? Let's go back to his father.
Black and brown men in this country, and I'm calling on all the umbrellas. I'm calling on everybody in this country to begin to rise up because your sons have been done dirty.
Now, let me say this. Isn't it possible that Tory could have just wiped the gun off really well? Maybe he has some sort of maybe he just knows because he's wealthy and he has like this little rag on him and there's like a super disinfected gunpowder type. I mean, the dude's rich. If you've been thugging for a while and you got the money to thug now, you're going to have the best technology available access to you for, hey my nigga, go ahead and get the gun, you know what I'm saying, yada, yada, yada. We need to see if he had gunpowder residue on. It sounds like to me like he might have, but once again, though, if they got 4 profiles of DNA off of it and they didn't get his, I don't think that he's magical enough to just wipe off his fingerprints and not affect anybody else's, right? Unless somebody's lying. It's California. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying it's California. Don't get mad at me. I'm not living there. That's for sure.
It's not over. It's not over. God does not lose. Never. And even though
his dad has a part. His dad is damn near bald, but he got the part. That's one of the cleanest things I've seen.
we've come to this juncture, trust me, you will see that our God does not fail.
This is not the
I
first
know
time.
that this is wickedness. This district attorney, Miss Kathy Todd, is the same one that witnessed or knew that 5 sheriff's deputies in LA County beat up a Spanish man with the last name Carrillo until the guy was beaten and passed out. ABC News interviewed that man after Eyewitness News, and he said, I thought I would never be here to see my child born, and I would never been able to be around to see my other child rise up. But I'm telling you, this court system is not for justice. It's about wins and losses, and they do dirty to do whatever they can. Jay-Z, let me speak to you.
He has kids.
Rock Nation, because my son refused to sign a Rock Nation deal with you.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. My goodness, this just got so deep. Woo! My goodness. Megan Thee Stallion is signed to Jay-Z and Rock Nation, if y'all don't know. Whoa. Okay, y'all, we're putting this boat together while we're driving it. We're putting this boat together while we're driving it. Let me look up something really quickly. Hang on.
Hot gun in the car. I'm bleeding.
Wow.
I've been shot. They about to kill somebody. Like something bad is about to happen.
So somebody hears the gunshots. They call the police. The police come. And they say what to you?
They tell everybody to get out
of the car. TMZ obtained video from that night.
Now, she's obviously bleeding She's obviously been shot. This is not no Hollywood makeup. She's not a part of this elaborate scheme or hoax. Megan Thee Stallion, these tears I'm seeing are not fake tears. This is genuine concern. She's not an A-list actress. She was shot that night. Jay-Z did not make Tory Lanez shoot Megan Thee Stallion. But this dude's father is alluding that they're all conspiring against because Tory Lanez didn't want to sign a record deal contract with Roc Nation, who Megan Thee Stallion is signed to. Maybe there was some tension there. I think he's trying to use anything he possibly can. He's bringing up the story about Robert Carrillo, who was beaten in the streets and nothing bad happened. Let me see.
Yes! And Desiree Perez, you wicked witch, you snitch! Yes! You turned on your co-conspirators, all the whole mafia, one of you that was peddling drugs in this country, and you rolled on them before so the Fed could give you a deal. All of you, trust me, I have intercessors, prayer warriors around the world, and they will not stop until you are cut off. Yes. No, we don't shoot you with guns, but we know exactly how to bring you down in the spirit. That's it. Enough said. It's all done. Let's go.
Open way, guys. Open up. Open up.
Try to mess with us.
That's adorable, man. You gotta love kids. Kids are like water, man. They form the structure that surrounds them. Amazing. Wow. Okay, let's look. We got it looks like something. Oh, okay. I thought you meant that. Okay, we're at the 1 hour mark. Hey, listen, I want to thank y'all for being on the show. I want to thank everybody for contributing. We're still going to go ahead and rock on. We got some great donations for today. So I definitely want to go ahead and rock out with y'all for a long time. Thank you, Truth. And y'all can thank Truth if you're enjoying the show for keeping this live stream going for longer. We're going to be live for longer. We're going for a longer one today. And I said it before, when you support your favorite content creators, I do my best to make sure I support you in your day and your endeavors as well. It takes money and it takes time to run this, y'all. So I appreciate that. The more you donate, the more I go live. So here we go. Let's continue on here. Shall we? We're at the 1 hour mark. Make sure you get some jumping jacks in. Take a good break. Make sure that before you go to the jumping jacks, however, and I know. Make sure you go to GodSamuel.com or your coffee bar for $10.99. Have it shipped directly to your house. You won't make it in time for Christmas, but you'll make it in time for New Year's. And that's the next best thing, gosh dang it, GodSerum.com. I wouldn't lie to you. I need to start saying that. I need to coin that. Maybe get like that on a t-shirt. The honest truth. I wouldn't lie to you. And I wouldn't. All right. Another update. Let's see. We're talking about hush money in this update. Hush money.
Here, they asked her, what's triggering you? She said, quote, lies from Megan. She was asked, what lies? That I betrayed her, that I am a bad friend, that I took hush money. Was asked, how do you feel about the allegation that
they're talking about Kelsey Megan right now? They're talking about Megan Thee Stallion's friend, Kelsey, right? Kelsey was talking and giving her testimony on the stand this day, which people thought was the one that actually shot Megan Thee Stallion. They thought it was Kelsey that shot her.
And she said that's ridiculous. She was asked, how did you meet Tory Lanez? Me and Meg both met him at the same time at a Roc Nation brunch. She continued that after they met, Meg wanted to hook Tory up with Kelsey, that did happen, that Kelsey and Tory were engaged in an intimate relationship, that Kelsey got COVID, went back to Texas, and during the time she was back at Texas, having left LA, Tory and Meg started getting it on. They talked about the night of the incident.
Okay, so that's where I heard it. It was from this guy that I heard about those things. We said that in the very beginning of the stream, but there you go. That's your proof right there.
They got to Kylie Jenner's house around 3 to 4 p.m. She was a great witness, by the way. She answered everything extremely knowledgeably, extremely truthfully. I believe every word she said. She never seemed like she was trying to hide something, except when she pled the fifth, of course. Now, she's clarified this was not a party. Those were just people hanging out. There was maybe 5 or 6 people before Tory got there. There was a lot of alcohol. She said at one point she did pass out when she woke up. Tory was there. They were all in the pool. They were having fun. She confirmed a lot of the speculation. Tory was hooking up or trying to hook up, flirting with Kylie in the pool. Meg was very agitated, trying to leave with Tory. Tory did not want to leave. She contradicted Meg's testimony. Meg said, oh, I don't remember ever leaving once and then coming back. Kelsey testified they all got in the car. They left without Tory. As they were going, Meg is rambling, being just weird, and then says, oh, I forgot my slipper. Let's go back. They all go back to get her slipper. Then they grab Tory. Kelsey didn't go in at that point when they went back. But when they came out, Meg came out with Tory, and Meg said to Kelsey, bitch, Kylie told us it's time for us to go. Tory drops the bombshell that he had been hooking up with Meg. Kelsey did not know this. The first time she learned this is in that car. That's when the argument ensues. That's when just lots of arguing is going back and forth. The prosecutor really tried to pin it down and make it look like the argument was only between Tory and Meg, and Kelsey was adamant that, nah, everybody was arguing with each other.
Okay, so Meg was arguing with Kelsey at that time. Once again, Meg only, of course, another horrible meme. My thing is this: where does Tory come in shooting Meg, or why would Tory shoot Meg? Why did he do that? If it was Megan Thee Stallion committing, or coming out and being truthful to the friend that she had been messing around with, why would Tory feel the need to shoot her over that? I don't understand. I'm having a hard time understanding that concept. But needless to say, we're here now. Justice for Meg. Justice for Megan. She has found justice. I'm not seeing too many more videos on too many more informationals, or on the lawyer, at least in this. Let's check this out. This is another video. We'll see what this is.
Gets involved, right? So they're like, sir, when you called 911, did you ever mention that you thought a girl was shooting?
If this is the lawyer, or this is the witness in the case, I think, that they were talking about or saying didn't show up at the time.
And then he said, I don't remember. They said, do you want me to show you your 911 records? Pulled up the records. Never mentioned it. He said, when you talked to the district attorney's officer, did you ever show, or did you ever mention that you felt like the girl was shooting first? No recollection. He said, it wasn't until you did an interview and talked to the defense, right, that you started to introduce this idea that the girl was shooting. So I guess he was alluding to the fact that, the defense had been coaching you, because they also asked, they said, did you know the defense was recording you? Had you ever when you met with the defense, when you guys were having conversations, did they coach you? He said, well, he didn't really coach me, but they told me when they were going to record, and they was like, okay, we're going to start recording from this part of the conversation. So they were kind of, the prosecution was painting this picture like, okay, bitch, they were setting you up to say that, Kelsey, you saw the gunshots come from another girl, but actually that was never part of the call when the guy originally called the police or did an interview with the district attorney.
Huh. Okay. A little bit more convolutedness. A little bit more.
Big stepper.
Megan walking out the courtroom. Megan walking out the courtroom.
Big stepper. Did you tell the court that you pulled the trigger?
I was living with PTSD.
You had gunshot residue on you.
Okay,
you sure
so this is Kelsey. This is the friend here. Oh boy. So this guy is saying that Kelsey had gunshot residue on her?
Did you tell the court that you pulled the trigger?
I was living with PTSD.
You had gunshot residue on you. You sure you wasn't close to the gun?
How is it living to PTSD? How is it living with PTSD?
Big stepper. She a real hitter. Kelsey, big stepper. Big stepper. Did you tell the court? Did you tell the court?
Don't take me to jail, man.
Okay, I don't know if where that claim is from. I don't know how substantiated that is. He looks like he's a paparazzi type of dude, so I don't know how he would know, or if he was a part of the court case. He is at the courthouse. You know if he's actually in the court trials and sat through. Let's listen to this. This is another witness.
The back of his
from
house.
Mr. Mo. We have another video from Lawyers for Workers.
10, 15 feet. His window is overlooking it. He stepped out onto his Juliet balcony and he watched for several minutes as Meg Thee Stallion and Kelsey, the two females, he didn't identify them by name, got out of the car and they were engaged in a fight. It was violent. It was quite aggressive. It started with arguing that woke him up in the middle of the night. Where his house is, often him and his son are woken up in the middle of the night by people who stop in and around the back of his home. This was another night, arguing, escalation, two women fighting. He watched the whole thing while standing on his balcony. Oh my God, it gets crazier. As he looked down on a fight that he described as quite violent, he then saw the larger gentleman, this is presumably the security guard Quan, come and violently try to separate them. Eventually, all four were involved in what he called an aggressive, everyone fighting, essentially just a melee, a free-for-all between four people in the middle of the night, right outside of his back window. He said at one point he saw one woman go back towards into the car.
So I think this is I don't think this is. Oh well, yeah, that was about the fight. Yeah, this said witnesses say he saw Kelsey Nicole and Megan Thee Stallion fighting and saw Tory Lanez with the gun. Yeah, it's about the fight.
At that point, he saw a muzzle flash. Then he said there was a man, and after the first few shots from the woman came off, he saw the man getting involved with the woman, and more shots went off. On cross-examination, the prosecutor.
Hold on, you say woman shot?
Right outside of his back window. He said at one point he saw one woman go back towards into the car. At that point, he saw a muzzle flash. Then he said there was a man, and after the first few shots from the woman came off, he saw the man getting involved with the woman, and more shots went off. On cross-examination, the prosecutor asked him, did you see the man shoot? He said, yes, I saw the shorter man with the gun shooting violently in the air at least 5 times. Okay, wait, what? That's not what you just testified. Then the defense attorney went back and asked him, I thought you said you saw the woman and then you saw the man shoot. And he's like, yeah, you have to understand, it was just a crazy free-for-all and it all happened very quickly. And then he said the most shocking thing that has come out in this case, which is that after the shots went off, one woman crawled further away, that the 3 people then went over there and beat her violently while she was on the ground. They picked her up. They looked.
I don't know if this is the same case. I don't think this is the same case right here. Hold on. Let me look at the comments. I'm trying to follow it up. Oh, well, I don't know what case that is. Okay, ignore the last 2 minutes of the podcast. Forgive me, y'all. I thought that was about the Tory Lanez thing, but it's hard to peg where exactly that's supposed to come in, because they're obviously not beating up Megan Thee Stallion. She wasn't beaten up. She was shot at. But somebody else reposted this. Somebody else reposted this video and under the same guy, so I guess they are talking about this. I don't know. Huh. Okay. All right, Twitter memes say breaking after finding out that she's sent. Y'all didn't think this was the outcome? So apparently Tory Lanez sent her a few messages. They've memed the father already.
Today, That's right. You will crumble. I am the apostle of God.
That's right.
And you know who I am.
That's right. Say that, man. Come on, man. Feel that, bro. Real talk.
God Almighty, I call heaven and earth to be a record today. That Rock Nation, you will crumble. I am the apostle of God.
That's right.
And you will know who I am.
That's right. Say that, man. Come on, man. Feel that, bro. Real talk.
God Almighty, I call.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Shout out to the internet, man. Internet's always going to win. I'll say that.
And witness the worst miscarriage of justice that this world has ever seen. You want to know how I feel? I'll tell you exactly how I feel. I got some names that I want to call. Alex Spiro, Desiree Perez, and the whole wicked system of Rock Nation, including you, Jay-Z.
Yes.
You who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and bartered the souls of young men, and you're still doing it. The only independent witness in this courtroom is a man whose name is Sean Kelly. He came to court, and our attorneys, he would not even shake their hand after he went upstairs with Kathy Taw and Alex Bott.
They met on Saturday before. They
They
met
met with our witness. And then the man came back, and I sat in the hallway while he sat with Jody Little, the prosecutor's investigator, who acted so dumb, an intelligent woman who did not want, listen, I've seen.
Tory needs to hire his father. They need to hire this dude needs to, like, I don't know, he's in the wrong field. Whatever he's doing in life, he's in the wrong field. He needs to be a motivational speaker or a private investigator or a lawyer himself, to be quite fair. He's got to. He's wasting his time. The memes are crazy. Okay. We're getting off Twitter here. Rounding up. It's 7:20. That's right. It's 7:20. Jaleesa Monet is in the building. Jaleesa Monet, Phillip. It's good to see you in the building. LAD. Jaleesa, it's good to see you in the building, Jaleesa. Good to see you. LL's in the building. Erica's in the building. We only have a few people, but we're wrapping this up. Hey, I want to thank you for donating and for joining us on this live stream. I do have to wrap it up kind of quickly now because I'm getting ready to get into something that I forgot about right now. So I appreciate the truth. Thank you so much for the truth being here today. If you enjoyed this, make sure you leave a like. We'll be back in a few seconds. A few hours, maybe not a few hours, but we'll be back either today or tomorrow. A lot of short form content on the way. Don't forget about GotSerum.com. Get one chance to dance. Make sure you take care of your body. And first impressions are everything, y'all. Invigorate your mornings, invigorate your life. I wouldn't lie to you. The honest truth. I will see you very, 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 very soon. I love you. If you haven't already thought about your Second Amendment right, make sure that you go buy a firearm. Make sure you go take care of your family. Take care of your loved ones. Because once again, you get one chance to dance. All right?